Greetings, traveler.
So guys, we have another Oliech challenge game here. He cannot roll for this game. So we're gonna see him take Chromie, which is kind of a nice little addition here because he can use that hero power to then buy spells and use spells to try and survive instead of being able to roll and get better units. Now, the early game is not going to be affected that much because you buy on turn 1, level turn 2, buy on turn 3, maybe buy on turn 4, just level. This is going to start hurting him a lot once he enters tier 4 and definitely tier 5. Like, my god. Like, tier 4, tier 5, this is going to suck. So, yeah, we're going to see. So he starts with the lasso, which is great. That means he's getting an extra spell here. Goes for the damage. That's fair. 6-1. So we can still lose to Undead, I guess. The Bonehead. It's a Demon Alley, Undead, Naga, and Pirate Lobby. So that makes it even more painful that we can't roll. Because we have so much money. We could get Bran. We could get free rerolls. We could get, like, pirates and get more money. But he can't do any of that. So if I'm looking at this, I'm thinking Naga or Undead. I think those are probably his best bets. Because they can both do stuff where they generate resources during the combat, like with spellcrafts, or just be big. Or Undead, he could farm butcherings, and he can farm like Undead and stuff, and then just go with that. How much of the video to watch in advance? As little as I can. So here the video was called I Can't Roll, and I was like, that sounds like a video. Sometimes I have to do a little bit more research to see if it's gonna be worth, but yeah, going for as little information as possible is the most fun for me too. Now, if the title and thumbnail aren't as obvious, or it's like a Twitch game, I will have to check a little bit more. We're balling. He can't play baller though, because he can't roll. It's like, do I freeze oil? Money seems less. Yeah. Oh yeah, the free rerolls are trash. Oh, my brain is like, why isn't he buying the rolls? Duh. Why isn't he buying the rolls? I don't understand. It's like, doesn't he a little? Yeah. Okay, well. Yeah, that is weird, huh? That is weird. He has to buy the +3 health there. Yeah, so I think from this position, I would be trying to play Undead or Naga. I think you can buy the spell and then hero power and then see what's going on. Because I might want to tier here. Why is he not buying the rolls? Yeah. So this, I'm going to mention it maybe 1 or 2 more times, but he's playing a challenge where he can't. Oh, he's also said no tests. So he wants to win a game without ever rolling. Oh, wait. Ugh, I really didn't like that. I don't know, bro. I kind of like buying the Discover 3-drop. Okay, anyways. He's also put the limitation on himself that he can't pick tests. Because he had a game where he couldn't level, and he used tests to win that one. So maybe for this one, he said, well, if I use tests, maybe it feels a bit like cheating. So I'm going to take a game where I can't roll and I can't pick tests. But then Chromie does help, right? You need a little something. You need a little bit of help. Looter's great, but if you can't roll, leveling does sound good. Honestly, yeah, I kind of like double damage coin and then go looter and sell a baller, yeah. Because I do think you want to tier if you can't roll. Yeah, he's basically checking now whether he should hero power before or after he levels. I kind of like hero powering before, but we'll see what he does. Oh, he levels first? Ooh. Oh, he's not going to go for the looter. Okay, did not want to sell the baller there for a looter. So he's already done 2 things differently than I would have done. On turn 4, when he went to tier 3, I would have sold a baller and I would have bought the Discover a 3-drop thing. And then here, I would have sold a baller and I would have bought the bounty thing. Now, he's a very good player. He's usually quite a bit higher ranked than I am. So he might just be evaluating this position and saying the baller buff is actually a bit too valuable to waste on only 2 minions, or he just might not be valuing the bounties as high. It's going to be one of the 2, right? Okay, so let's see what he does. Now we got Trinket turn. Oh, Discover a 4-drop every turn sounds kind of good if you can't roll. Typewriter is not bad with double Hooktail here, but then you have to use it on something else next turn because you can't roll, right? He's checking which 4-drop he could hit here. He's seeing if it's worth his money. If he had 1 more gold, this would be so much better, because then he could take the Discover 4-drop and still buy the Hooktail. Ooh, the Chef guy is fantastic. This is actually probably going to save his game. I want to sell the ball to buy the Hooktail. I'd be shocked if we're not going to do that. He's chefing first. It doesn't look like he's doing it, chat. He's like, nope, these balls were not made for selling. So buy the spell and hero power? Or we're just order lulling. Just a little bit of order lull in the morning. Oh, no Hooktail. Wants the taunt. Wants the taunt. I kind of like Hooktail if we're, you know, like, gets, like, he has so many spells, right, that he gets. Like, he's gonna get so many spells. But, to be fair, he does have a rally unit that needs to not die. So I think this is yet again me being a little bit too tunnel visioned on what is hypothetically potentially the best. And he's just saying, hey bro, if my chef guy gets sniped, that's big sad. We're not doing that, okay? So, and this is something that I do have to work on. It's a weakness of mine. In that regard, I'm a little bit more like chat. I'm just thinking about, but think of all the things that could go right. And sometimes you have to be a bit more realistic and say, well, there's some stuff that could go wrong, right? So yeah, fair. He's thinking whether he can sell the baller for overconfidence here. If he's checking the test, like, is the test winning? The test dealt 10, like, damn it. I'm not sure. Nope. He could take 2 gold instead. If he sells the baller, he does gain some tempo. But he goes second guaranteed, and that might just suck. Putting the buff on the puffer quill gives a venom. Seems good. Test didn't even stay on 1. Yeah, I know. Disgusting. Okay. Looks like he's going to cash in on that tempo. It is +2 damage to the whole board now, so him being more conservative with the ballers absolutely is paying off here. Like, he's getting much better effect of them. So maybe I just have to chill a little bit more when I pick up early ballers. Back-to-back is one of the worst comps with this one. I mean, once you have Drakari and the give you the back-to-back end of turn, it's pretty good. All right, big taunted shield, still ready to cover for our chef boys. Yeah, that first chef always feels a bit weird because it can't make the triple. That's a nice minion to get. Because Chef's Choice cannot get the minion that you target. Ooh, Venom paying off. Let's go. Very nice. No damage. That is huge. So far, honestly, it hasn't impacted him that much yet. Like, he has not been suffering too much from not being able to roll. But this is where it's going to start, right? This is the turn where he can still go to 6, and he can somewhat spend his gold. Rogers is weird if you can't roll and buy stuff. So he's just thinking, do I just take some random tempo? Wind Fury on the Chef's Choice guy is fantastic, so I'd very much like to do that. But I think I would just go to tier 6, right? And then see if you can just hit the good 6 drops. Right. Bank the money. We're selling... We have to sell another one, right? If we want to keep the Rhine scale or whatever it's called, the 4-drop on the left-hand side in his hand. Want to keep that on the board. But he's got a coin there, so that works. I would probably just sell the Reef here. Sell the Reef, buy the coin, play the Wind Fury, call it a day. He doesn't have spell power for that back-to-back. I was thinking about selling his Divine Shields and no longer taunting, but that doesn't seem good, right? Yeah. Puffer Quill seems fine, yeah. Although buffing your chef guy so that it doesn't die does sound very good too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly a little like in between there. Another +6/+6 on the chef guy to let it Wind Fury seems huge. Oh, it's gonna Wind Fury. Small taunt. That's beautiful. The opponent is huge already though. We do have a Venom again. We'd have to get a really nice hit here. Yeah, it's basically never happening, right? You'd have to get the full God mode hits. So time to take some damage, unfortunately. It's always so nice if you could take your first damage when it's only 10 and then stabilize, but take a 15 now. Does get a ghost. There's an Athissa. Groundbreaker? Yeah, that seems great, right? Yeah, he can never roll, so yeah. Groundbreaker's nice because he gets a Groundbreaker. He doesn't have to roll for one. And he's already played tons and tons of spells. Yeah, he has to get that Athissa on the board, I'm guessing. Yeah, he's got that Spellcraft. He's just checking whether he has a Spellcraft or not. Tessa, I choose you. And then we keep the chefs, as many chefs as we can. He's gonna have 2 golden chef minions at the start of next turn, right? Your chat overlay is clipping it. Yeah, you're right. There you go. Chat's gone. Boom! Be careful what you wish for. Witness. Yeah, people have been asking to like not turn, like basically when I do reviews, the chat is in the way sometimes with other people's chats. You got a Maelstrom. So he can buy Wisdom Ball, right? That's so tempting, man. Yeah, he has more spells here with a Tissa. I just need to remember to turn chat back on after goodbye, Rogers. Yeah, I guess we're not spending that much. Oh, ho, ho, baby, let's go. So no Emergent here. Oh, he's not going to triple that. Well, I guess he has way... Yeah, never mind. He has way too many cards in his hand. Oh, we're not keeping the shield. Really? I think I would get rid of the other Chef's Choice guy and keep the shields, right? So you can shield Wind Fury. Yeah, he needs to empty his hand here. The Evolve can be played, though. Yeah, so I think what I would have liked there is for him to keep Glowscale and sell the other chef guy. Because he is already going to farm so many, he doesn't need 2 chef guys. Because he has Maelstrom now. So if he has Wind Fury Divine Shield, he will almost always, except if he goes Leroy or the shield is removed by a blast or whatever, he will pretty much always farm 8 Nagas already anyway. Which is more than enough, right? That means that his hand doesn't have to be fully empty to get the value. So I think I would have preferred keeping the glow scale just so that we have that on the board for next turn. Now it is a bit weird. He can't get the spellcraft before he plays cards, but he's got spells in his hand that he can get rid of. Yeah, Bran not so good if you can't roll. Belinda is pretty good actually. Because what Belinda does is it makes you cast more Chef's Choices into combat, which isn't that good with your hand size, but it is more spells being cast. Or the Groundbreaker, because Groundbreaker will upgrade every 4 spells cast, I believe. So the idea is that by... Oh, he could have forced that even. Jesus. So now he casts even more spells. I think you just sell the Wind Fury, right? Emergence... Wait, oh, what? Emergent out. I guess if we're going to pull Groundbreaker, maybe it doesn't matter. Yeah. Emergent doesn't really matter, other than scaling your Groundbreaker, so... Oh, finding that Saloon is so good. Just buying everything. I love how he just gets more overconfidence for money that he can't spend then. But I guess you just do it anyway. You could technically freeze, but I don't think so. His hero power is pretty decent. Can't roll, yeah. Yeah, slightly sad to see the Emergent go, but he doesn't really have spell power, so you're not going to end up in a Queensguard build, right? So if you're not going to go Queensguard, Golden Belinda is better because you're casting more times, which will give you more triggers for your Groundbreaker. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Because even these overkill Chef's Choices are still adding stats to the Groundbreaker. And I guess it's also triggering a Tissa. That's true. You could scale, you could get like Golden Tissa and scale that. I mean, it's tough. Yeah, this is what I talked about earlier, by the way. He has 10 cards in his hand now, so he can't get the spellcraft. So he has to sell the shield first, miss the shield, because he doesn't have enough hand space, and now he gets a Wind Fury only. It's pretty annoying. And now he gets a Naga from the thing, yeah. Oh, he has to reposition every time because the Groundbreaker portrait buffs the minion to the left. Okay, squeezes in the extra spell cast. That's cool. Man, if we're gonna waste so much gold here if our shop isn't good. But the only thing we can buy here is the Azurite, right? Everything else is just trolling. I guess Hooktail, honestly. Could have Hooktail on the board for a little bit. But that's whatever. Yep. That sucks. Dude, he's gonna float like 15 gold or some shit. This is actually the tough part to watch. Are we ending on an Emergent now? And we're just trying to triple this Atissa? Trying to triple kick W. Yeah, the sad part is he can't even hold cards in his hand, chat. He can't even hold cards in his hand because he's got to empty his hand for the chef's choices. So, ooh, wow. Commits the second Athesa to the board. Ooh. I kind of like just ending on Emergent and then holding Athesa. But I guess he's all-inning here. Well, he's not really all-inning, but he's basically saying, I really hope that I get Athesa from my chef's choice here. And he's moving the Groundbreakers a little bit back so that he doesn't run. Yeah, he has to float 14 gold. That's savage. He's moving the Groundbreakers a little bit back so he doesn't run into an early Venom or Leroy or something. Okay, we will only get 5 here? No, 6, right? Yeah, we'll get 6. Because we didn't get the shields because of how the turn starts, right? Our hand is full, so we can't get the Spellcraft. Alright. Good enough to at least tie. Yep. Alright, cool. We'll take that. Oliech proving that you really can win with Millhouse. See, this is what I didn't like, right? Now we don't have board space. I guess we can get rid of the Wind Fury, yeah. Fair. Fair, 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 fair. We can sell the Wind Fury. I like keeping the Athesa, though. Well, he can't get another Wind Fury. No, you're right. He can't roll. He's not going to get it. It is awkward. Yeah, you have to think about the challenge the whole time, right? That's why I think I like ending on Emergent. Hold the Athesa pair to try and get Golden Athesa. Because you're generating like 8 or 9 Nagas anyway per turn. So it just seems better. He can eyes the Deep Blue or something. He can eyes the Wind Fury, I guess. But he gets another spell. He can just use the rolls, right? Yeah, he can use the rolls. Oh my god, look at these buffs, chat. Oh, the Groundbreaker portrait was perfect for this, by the way. Perfect. Would you do subscriber game reviews? I've done a little bit of that in the past, but it was really not that interesting for the viewers, unfortunately. But yeah, I agree. It would be very good for the people that I'm reviewing. For the people that are interested in getting better, it's like, oh man, it would be so nice if I would get like private coaching, kind of. I'm just joking, right? Please don't take it serious. But yeah, he has to buy the rolls just to do. He's thinking, do I evolve my glow scale? I don't. Well, he's not gonna. Oh, if he holds a spell, here. He actually can. You should just make that goal, yeah. This is very smart what he's doing. He will be able to evolve now and then get his glow scale shield. Yep. But it's in the same style of people saying like, man, if you would duo queue with fans, that would be really fun. It's like, well, and who would I duo queue with? Well, I'm somewhat of a duo player myself. It's like, it's very fun for the person that I do it for. And honestly, it's kind of in my nature anyway. I like coaching. It's the whole reason I started streaming, and I like explaining so much stuff, right? You know, but I also have to think about what does the audience like to see. And when we've tried that in the past where I've done like viewer reviews, it's just not as compelling as watching, let's say, Beater Babbit, who we watched earlier, Oliech here. And that's normal, right? If you look at sport events or any type of competitive events, it's not the amateur level that gets the most views, it's the highest level. And that's just how, you know, it's just more interesting. It's nothing personal. Oh, all right. Oh my god. Why not play the Discover 6? It will block a hand space. He values the random Naga more than the 6-drop, which I think is correct. A Naga will trigger Groundbreakers, and some of the Nagas are actually very useful. Like getting another shield, or like maybe a Venom to end on. I wonder if he's gonna change hero power and when. There we go. Did they remove the demon guy? I don't think so. I have to know which guy that you're referring to, but I don't think so. Oh, he bought another one so he can cast that next turn, yep. Buff, 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 buff. I kind of don't mind freezing that. The next turn playing it after using my hero power so that I don't lose a Naga this turn. Ending on glow scale again or ending on the poison? Yep, let's standing on the shields. No roll. It's always so weird where he has to like tank the whatever gold he has left over. Chromie has been really good for him to spend his gold. Bro, look at how big he got. This is actually so funny. This is a golden queen with spell power. Oh, that was a golden queen. Never mind. Let's see how many buffs he gets. A few. Yeah, this... He's just not big enough though, right? There's no extra triggers. If Rylak was in, right, and he could Rylak that'd be a problem. He kills him here. That's so good. Okie dokie. So 2 people left. Casting the spell first, which gives him hand space for his... I really like the rhythm that we are in. Him having that one spell that he can use so that he's guaranteed to have hand space so that he doesn't have to get rid of his shield too early. It's actually been very smooth, very clean. I like it. I'm a fan, chat. I'm a fan. So we're buying Nagas here. And I guess we are going for the triple. We're missing 1 Naga plate, but we do get a 6-drop, which could be another Groundbreaker. Could be a Queen's Guard, sure. I think you buy oil just because it's a spell that you can play. Nope. Oh, found Hamul. Giga rewarded. Right, you can hit Hamul. Hamul is just cheating, man. Yeah. Oh, he buys 1. Okay. I think buying Nagas is more interesting. Oh, right. He has Belinda. Yeah, I think Azerite just isn't as interesting as just cycling Nagas because we're groundbreaking. Yeah, if he triples the Groundbreaker and then hits Zarek, that would be so unethical. Yeah, he's gonna be able to spend his gold pretty well. You could freeze here. I don't mind freezing. Then you got Naga to buy next turn. He is really greeting his hero power, but I don't mind it. He can play it next turn. Azerite, Azerite, Azerite. Nice. And he calculated how much money he needed to cycle, and that's why he bought 1. Well, I think it's like a very, very quick math kind of thing because he hit 2 shell collectors, right? Which are cheaper. So I think it was a very quick math thing. Okay, so we have Golden Groundbreaker now. We want hero power into Zarek. We got 10% to lose here. Yeah, 4k Groundbreaker. Just too big. This guy is alive, so gonna be here for a little while longer. Demons do scale better than Nagas, but we have a better setup right now. How many attempts did he have that failed? Write that as a comment on the YouTube video. He actually was in the comments for the last one. We did a challenge video of him as well, where he had to get top 1 without leveling, and he did that as Tess. It was very fun to watch. Oh my god, the Golden Groundbreaker is gonna buff it so much now. Filling his hand with the Nagas every turn, that was very, very good. Another triple here, does he want it? I guess so. Just hitting another Groundbreaker is so unbelievable. Alright, Groundbreaker. Pooh! Nope. Roger can trigger here, so sure. Can get 1 bounty. Emptying his hand a little bit. I would have maybe liked to end on that, but I guess whatever. I mean, shop's okay, I guess. Whatever. Trigger it, trigger it. Get the 1 bounty, bro. Think about the min-max. I consider to do that challenge. Well, why do the challenge if someone else can do it for me? No, I've done challenge type stuff. So I would say like the most fun challenge thing that we've done was when I made a completely fresh account. Actually, I made 2 completely fresh accounts. Oh, that is insane. That's basically rolling Zarek, right? Yep. Okie dokie. So what was I saying? Yeah, we did a challenge where I made 2 new accounts. One of them I bought the pass and the other one I didn't. And we saw how much difference it made. Actually had quite a bit of a faster climb with the pass, but it's not exact math because it was 1 sample size, right? And also I was a little sick on the free to play and I was feeling a little bit better on the pay to win, but regardless, That's probably like the biggest challenge we've done. Okay, so he's got another shield in his hand. I would say it's starting to become really, really, really worth it to shield the Groundbreaker now, because that's the one that gets copied. Also, the demon guy was going to outscale, I think, but we just gained so many stats with the Frostwolf and tripling the Groundbreaker that I think we're safe. So if he casts the gold one, yeah, he's done this really good thing, right? Where he just kept that spell in his hands. Now the gold made sense because you don't want to waste the gold anyway. It means that he misses one Naga, but it also means that he gets his spellcraft. And that's quite worth it. Alright. Time to go. He can even triple the glow skill, right? Yeah. Why not? It's a lot of shields. It's another 6-drop. Kind of want to triple the glow skill first. Maybe get another Groundbreaker here. I guess it doesn't matter as much. I don't think he ever hit that golden Athissa, by the way, so... I would have still had that one Athissa in my hand, trying to triple it. I was gonna say, and here it is, but no, not even here. Maybe he passed one earlier. I don't think so, though. Athissa is, you know, there's not many things he would take over Athissa. Oh, we don't have Chromie hero power anymore. Uh-oh. Well, it's not uh-oh. It just means, I hope you like floating 18 gold. Haha! Actually, way more. He has to sell. I kind of like playing Surf and Surf and getting the Surf on the Groundbreakers, so we get 2 more tokens. And we can use it as tiebreakers in case he has like a Leroy in the end, then we're gonna like kill him with a crab. It's pretty fun. Floating 22 gold, the classic. Dude, he made a 10,000 unit without rolling. Because I'm sure that some people are gonna say like, oh, this was played at low MMR, his board's not that good. Like, but what the f, bro? He's got 10k, 10k. Like, that's a real minion, bro. Now, he had a great hero power for it, but like, look, the opponent is also not like super inexperienced. Like, he's putting 2 Leroys down and end of the game. The MMR is at 6k. Yeah, this is pretty legit. Holy, let's go. Very, very cool. All right, guys. GG, Oliech. Impressive challenge. Yeah, that was just clean. Very, very clean.